G Skell, welcome.
Hi, Dallas. How are you, man?
I'm good, brother. How the heck are you today?
I'm all right. And you know what? If spring were to arrive early, I would not complain because weather outside, I'm feeling it.
It's I don't want to re-harken back to the Christmas season, but I would say the weather outside is frightful.
Oh, snap.
Oh, it's good to see you, man. Welcome everybody to
Likewise.
the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Is it Friday again already? Dang. All right.
I know time flies when you're having fun.
That's right. You guys might not be listening to this on a Friday that we're recording it, but good to have you all here. As always, I think last time, what did I call you? The incomparable. I think I need to come up with a new description word for you. The unique, the one and only, it's G Skell. Everybody, it's G Skell.
Yeah.
He is the founder and owner and chief operator and all things at CrossFit Edwardsville. You can find him online at CrossFit Edwardsville on Instagram and Facebook. I am Dallas Amston. I am the chief ignition officer of the Men of Faith and Fire, and that is a separate podcast for a separate conversation, but we help Christian dads get on point and on fire in their faith with their family and in their business. So super stoked to have you all here today. The conversations the last conversation we had to do with some of the surprising facts about CrossFit and some of the top myths about CrossFit. And that actually stems from one of G's ebooks that is available for you for free at CrossFitEdwardsville.com. So you can get that there, as well as the conversation we're going to be having today also stems from one of the ebooks there. So I'm going to pull this hat off. There we go. I always like having
the hat.
I like my head better. I got my fresh coaching Body by Crocker, Coach Sean t-shirt on that you guys had specially made when he was awarded Coach of the Year here in the Glenette area. So I'm sporting my CFE CrossFit Edwardsville tee today, but there is other items available for it. Look at me, I'm just plugging away here. There's other items available at CrossFit Edwardsville.
All the dope looks.
Yeah, you're wearing one too. You're sporting the softball tee today.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the 3/4 length baseball style tee.
Yeah.
This is my look, but
it's just right there. There's such a difference in your perception of that particular sport versus mine. I referred to it as a softball tee. You referred to it as a baseball tee. I like your choice better. Yep. So today, everybody, for those of you who aren't watching us and seeing us show our goods off, show them the guns, G. Give them the guns for the video. There it is. Boom. For those of you who are just listening to the audio-only version, you can see these at the store at CrossFitEdwardsville.com. But G, we're having another conversation today based on one of your ebooks that you wrote. We're going to be talking the top 7 mistakes to avoid when choosing a premium fitness and nutrition coaching gym. So if you're ready, I'm just going to jump right in. I'm going to lob the baseballs at you. And I was going to lob some softballs, but let's make it a baseball today. So here we go. Mistake number 1 that people should avoid when choosing a premium fitness and nutrition coaching gym is that they're joining a gym with no beginner onboarding program. Hit us with it. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, man. If a gym wants to throw you into group CrossFit classes with no progressive onboarding series like onboarding, foundations, elements, on-ramp, something like that, my opinion, run. Like when you're new to high-intensity training or CrossFit specifically, the best and safest way to transition into the program is through some beginner-specific, beginner-friendly, tailored to you based on where you're coming from in your fitness, something that gradually teaches you the movements and lets you set baselines so you know exactly what's appropriate for you at your present level and allowing a higher level of experience personalization, right? But it's safer. It's safer, it's smarter, and it takes a lot of the anxiety away where you don't feel a pressure to have to go at warp speed like some CrossFitter has been CrossFitting for several years. You can ease into this and enjoy the experience instead of ever feeling like some guy you have to meet some arbitrary standard that the whiz kid next to you can do.
I was about to reference one of our CrossFitters by name, but I won't. Those actually, I found the foundations classes to be so helpful when I first joined at CFE because whereas I knew some of the basics, learning the actual techniques around the CrossFit movements themselves was so beneficial, and it allowed me to not injure myself.
Yeah.
And not do something stupid because, like you said, I could see the guy that's doing, kipping bar muscle ups. I'm like, oh, do I have to be able to do that first thing out the gate?
Sure.
And then also knowing my fitness level, getting to know the coaches in the onboarding was fantastic. Them getting to know me, them getting to understand my fitness level so that they said, hey, Dallas, you're not ready to kip up on that bar just yet. Let's scale it to where you do this, and that'll be the right movement for you for a season. That was also one of the things. And that actually kind of leads to mistake number 2, which is not only not having the onboarding program, but joining a gym without meeting the staff or the trainers first. Huge mistake. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, because your CrossFit gym is a very personality-driven place, and it's important that you find coaches that connect with your style, make you feel comfortable, make you laugh and smile, while having the skill that it takes to inspire you as you travel on your fitness journey. Like, you want to find coaches that resonate with you and connect with you, that make you feel at ease. Something we talked about a moment ago, having a progressive onboarding program is very important for alleviating your own anxiety, the scariness factor of this, right? Because one of the most common things that we hear from people is, I've wanted to do CrossFit, but I'm terrified, or I'm worried that they're going to try and make me do some crazy exercise that's not going to be right for me. And if you're new to all of this, the onboarding is important, but also going and effectively interviewing the coaches. Are they clearly masters of their craft?
Yeah.
Can you feel their expertise in the way that they talk? Do they make you feel comfortable, right? Like, if meet the team first. This is about interpersonal chemistry, right? Because you want to find people that get you, who are fun. And how do you know that you like the coaches of a CrossFit gym? You meet them, you talk to them, you watch them interacting with their existing clients to see what the dynamic of that interaction is.
For sure.
And, eventually work your way up to doing, maybe one of those first class experiences.
Yeah, I think, and the team at CFE, short for CrossFit Edwardsville, in case you weren't picking up on that, everyone. But the team at CFE is very welcoming. They're a very fun group. Everybody has their own personality too. I mean, your personality is different than Coach Sean's personality. You're more, I think we talked about this on the last podcast. You're more dad joke. He's more like dry wit that comes at you. And so, but finding even the dynamic in that is so much fun. I mean, we've got Jake, we've got Coach Kyle, all of these guys, and Liner, your wife, Coach Caroline. She is like, oh my goodness, mother you and push you in all the right ways that you're like, oh, you love me, you care for me. Like, everybody's got their own energy, and that's what's really great. But at the end of the day, everyone wants to make sure we're moving with excellence. We're moving toward our own transformation and our own goals in our fitness in the healthiest way, safest way possible. And so while there's different expressions of personality, everybody has the same driving vision. And that's what's awesome about it.
Stand by 1 second here.
I was going to say, it looks like someone's...
Caroline.
Speaking of Caroline, she's coming in. Everybody, so he is getting her. Let's see if maybe we can get an appearance from Caroline on this. Oh, he's coming back empty-handed. No Caroline.
No Caroline.
Dang.
No Caroline today. No, she's working at the university today. She's letting me know.
We are going to get her. We're going to book her so that she can be on one of these with us. Because I know she did one with you and Sean, like one of the pilot episodes early on.
Yeah.
Before I came on board to help out and co-host with you. But we are going to get Caroline. You all are going to get her on.
Oh, it's going to happen for sure. You just have to book with her like weeks ahead of time. Caroline is a popular woman.
We'll get it.
Popular character.
Well, so we talked here about meeting the staff first, and that's definitely primary, but also one of the things too, and I found this really neat, was mistake number 3 is if you join a gym without meeting some of the clients too. Yes, there's all this success stories on the board, and that looks really great, but I don't know that you haven't purchased those, except I can look at some of the success stories on the board in the lobby, and I can be like, man, that was that person's 6-week transformation, and I was in the class with them. Let me talk with the different people. Let me talk with Mike. Let me talk with, whomever, Mark, whatever it might be. Talk to us a little bit about this. Why is it a mistake to join a gym without talking with some of the clients?
Yeah, because like I said before, these are very personality driven environments. Some CrossFit gyms, they're places where people just want to come get a good workout and immediately leave and go back to work. They're a little less relational sometimes.
Yeah.
Other CrossFit gyms, very, very competitive, aggressive, intense places to be. Some of these gyms, they're very physical, performance driven places like CrossFit as sport. Others are geared more towards lifestyle change and, personal physical transformation, right? Some places like ours, we strive to provide this completely uplifting experience with fun, positive, friendly, motivated, inspiring people that know you by name, will smile, laugh, and banter with you to offset the difficulty of the workouts. And the only way you really know if you connect with the culture and the vibe and the style is to actually go and meet some of the CrossFitters, ask them questions, pick their brains, and ask yourself, is this my tribe?
Yeah.
A really important question to ask.
Yeah, for sure. I know that I would not fit into everywhere. I know some guys who are at another CrossFit gym across town, actually in Collinsville, and they're the guys who are like, no, I go in, it's my hour alone. I just, to do this. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't vibe there because I'm also not I'm not at the level that you are competitively on CrossFit or anything like that. And I know I've been there and I'm like, yeah, this isn't my vibe. It definitely the CFE vibe. And I think that's also everybody. I'll just say this as a coach myself who coaches those Christian dads. I tell people all the time, there are other coaches out there. I might not be the right person for you because we have to make sure we gel. We have to make sure that you like me, that I actually like you, and that we're going to work together well. So you don't have the time to not enjoy what you're doing.
Right. You want to know that you're going to enjoy the people you're working out with. You want to have people that are fun for you to be around.
Yeah. Yeah. And you find the vibe that works best for you. And that's kind of also kind of takes us to mistake number 4 here, G, which we talked about this previously, this idea of I have to be in shape before starting CrossFit. So the mistake number 4 is actually then making the mistake of being like, oh, I'm not just telling myself I have to be in shape. I'm actually going to get in shape before doing CrossFit. Why is that a big mistake before joining a gym?
You're creating unnecessary barriers for yourself, unnecessary hurdles, unnecessary roadblocks. You can take all that pressure off of yourself. We hear a lot from people, who haven't done CrossFit, I'm going to get in shape first and then I'll do CrossFit.
Yeah.
And every single person who's in CrossFit will tell you, I wish I hadn't waited to get started because in a sense, you're never fully prepared, right? Because no matter what your strengths are and your weaknesses, your strengths will be magnified, your weaknesses will be identified, and then addressed in an intelligent way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody has their strengths. Everybody has their weaknesses. It's fun and cool if you're already great, if you're very, very fit already, it's awesome to come in and have your strengths turn into superpowers.
Right.
But if you have fitness weaknesses, it makes more sense for you to go ahead, let your CrossFit coach identify what those are and help you proactively address them. You'll actually get, even if you're starting at 0, where I haven't done anything fitness in 18 months, I feel like my body's falling apart. Getting from 0 to even the most rudimentary fitness, that process will be so much faster if you let the coach just figure it out for you.
Yeah.
You'll never regret starting. You'll just regret waiting.
I liken it to my wife and I have 3 kids, and we know we know married couples that will say, well, we don't want to start a family until we're ready. And the old
Right.
adage is, you're never going to be ready for a kid. Or like,
Yeah.
we want to make sure we have the money to have a kid. You're not, it's like, you'll never have a kid then. You won't do it.
Yeah.
Just jump in the game and learn how to parachute after you jump out of the plane. I mean, and that's a horrible metaphor there at the end. But that is kind of what it's like, is you will never be ready to be a parent, so you might as well just become a parent. You will never be in shape enough to become a CrossFitter, so you might as well start CrossFitting and get in shape.
Yeah. And fast track your fitness.
Yeah, totally. And I that was me. I totally fell into that trap, and it actually kept me out of CrossFit for 18 months because I thought, I'll get in shape. You never will until you just go and do it. And it's a heck of a lot of fun. So,
And a lot of people still have that a their perceptions that CrossFit is very scary, or that
yeah,
the people there are very scary, until you actually come and meet them and you realize that everybody is super chill and they're real people
yeah,
with real lives. They're not professional athletes most of the time.
right.
They're there because they want to look good naked. They want to feel better, or
Yeah,
I want to be able to have the kind of fitness that lets me do all the living. I want to live my life at its fullest and not
right.
have limitations. I want to be able to go hike if my friends want to go hike. I want to be able to keep up with my kids and
Yeah,
not get winded. I want to be able to go out and work a 10-hour workday and not be just exhausted when it's
sure.
done. I want to have energy left for my family at
Yeah,
the end of the day. And for so many CrossFitters, the point isn't bar muscle ups. The point is, this allows me to live my best life. It empowers me, energizes me for that.
yeah, for sure. I remember. Yeah, well, that'll be something that just went into my head. Will be a conversation for another time. So mistake number 4 here, everybody, is trying to get in shape before starting CrossFit. Another mistake that's very common, and it's one that I made, was, hey, I'm going to just start doing CrossFit. But mistake number 5 is not specifying your top goals at the start of your journey. And I remember, G, sitting with you in the office when we had just met. It was one of our first conversations. You were like, "What's your goals here?" And everybody comes and going, "Well, I want to lose weight." Okay. And then I remember you asked me specifically, "Well, how much weight do you want to lose?" Well,
Right.
a lot. Okay, I need a number. You really
Yeah.
had me get very specific on it so that we could set a target, and how quickly do we want to lose it, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to let you kind of do this more about this mistake. But the idea here is, the mistake is not specifying your top goals at the start of your CrossFit journey.
Yeah. And if you ever go to a coach and you tell them, I want to get in shape, and they say, great, let's get started, that may not be the right coach for you, because a
No.
skilled coach knows that is an amorphous wish.
Yeah.
That is not a specific target to hit, right? And this is important because there's chances are you're going to the gym because there's something that you really want out of it, right? And like, do you want to look better naked? Do you want to change your physique in a specific way? Do you want to like what you see when you see yourself in the mirror? Do you want to feel good about you? Do you just want to feel more energy throughout the day? Do you want to be excited about going
Yeah.
to the gym? Like, do you
Yeah.
want to have stamina and endurance when you're playing basketball? Do
Yeah.
you want to have more energy at the end of the day? Like, the more specific and granular you can get, the more valuable your coach can be to you in tailoring your journey for you.
Sure thing.
So you want to be a great coach, values that specificity and will direct you personally toward that objective,
Yeah.
instead of just some very vague future in which you are in shape, which doesn't mean anything to anybody.
Right. Right. It's very non-specific, and it's not helpful at all. And you wouldn't do that in your business. You wouldn't, nobody would do that in their business. They have to think of, I need this many sales this month, or I need this, or I need that. And they're very specific in that. But for some reason, we just go amorphous when it comes to, I want to get healthy. All right. Well, have
Yes.
fun with that, pal.
Right.
So mistake number 6 here is this idea of doing no homework on a gym ahead of time, doing no homework before you join. Talk to us about this.
Yeah, you can learn a lot about a gym, its attitude, its culture, its feel, the kind of people that go there, its priorities, by digging into their website, into their social media posts, into listening to how do they talk about people in those media,
Yeah.
right? Before you go to any CrossFit gym, it's a really good idea to do a deep dive and just like dig through the website, the Facebook page, the Instagram page, the Twitter, and get a feel. Do you feel like the way that they talk, you resonate? Are they speaking to you?
Yeah.
Is how they coach how you want to be coached?
Yeah.
Are the people that go to the gym people like you? You can answer all of those questions and save yourself a lot of time and energy on the back end. Because if you just go sign up for the gym sight unseen, you may find that it's not for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You want to know that it's going to be worth your time, energy, and effort.
Yeah. You don't know this about me, but when I was first looking at joining CFE, I actually talked with people I knew who were at other CrossFit gyms in the area. And I said, what do you know about CrossFit Edwardsville? And I got the lay of the land on G-Scale. I got the lay of the land from all. It was, it was good. There's always the, well, our place is better sort of thing that people would say. But then when I got into the, well, tell me about this and that, and they're like, well, based on what you want, I think the CFE actually might be for you, that sort of thing. So, so I had read some Yelp reviews as well as, or Google, I think they were Google reviews, as well as the Facebook reviews. I did the same thing. I went to the CFE community page that you have on Facebook, and I read like this transformation and saw this and saw that, and I'm like, seems like a great community. Visited, did the whole thing. So yeah, doing homework is definitely. You wouldn't buy a vehicle, you wouldn't make an investment without doing your homework. So why would you invest in your body without doing the same thing? For sure.
Right.
And that actually, one of the things you look at obviously is pricing when you're going to join any kind of fitness journey, Globo Gym, whatever it might be. You go, what's the pricing? What's the deal? What's the hook? All the things. And mistake number 7 that a lot of people make here is selecting a gym with bargain pricing. We've hinted at this in our last conversation as well, in the last episode where we talked about the less expensive doesn't mean better. So
Yes.
I'll let you kind of talk here about mistake number 7.
Yeah, and if you call a gym and they can tell you exactly what it will cost for you to get started without really doing a deep dive into your goals, your aspirations, what your timeline is, you should probably run because they're giving you a cookie cutter solution and a generic experience. A top tier professionalized CrossFit operation will assess your needs, design a path that respects your priorities, your needs, your fears, your concerns, the available time you have for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they'll guide you through this one step at a time. And they charge a professional rate for that because professional coaching comes with a professional rate, and it gives you a professional, high quality experience.
Well, and just think of like if you're at a Globo Gym and you hire one of their trainers, you buy a training package there, and you get maybe 4 sessions once a week, or you buy like an 8 session or 10 session thing. Do you walk away from that with real long-term results, or are you then having to rehire that person or a new coach the following month or 3 months later because you haven't gotten the results or you haven't sustained the results because you don't have that guidance of a coach, you don't have that guidance of a community who knows you. So
right.
Yeah. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, and when you're invested into your health and fitness, like you take more action. The more action means you get more results.
Yep.
And you feel better. It's the reason you're going to the gym. You want something to change.
Yeah.
And the more you're invested in it, the more you get out of it. That same equation: what you put in, you get out.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You want results.
You want results.
That's what we are. We are a results operation.
Yeah. And so if you want results, you have to avoid the mistakes, and you have to decide, how valuable are the results I want, and what am I willing to do to get those results? And if you're driven to succeed, if you're driven to make that transformation, then make sure that you make the right choice and the smart choice and avoid the mistakes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, gee, I think we covered it for today, man. I think we hit this one in under 30. Good for us, everybody.
Yeah, I set a personal best on our timeline here.
I keep trying to ramble less and to just pitch to you more. So, but I do get to do my pitching at this point, which is
you can do some pitching, but hold on. Like,
okay.
I got to do this just for the feel, the flavor. So
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Dallas, did you know that a slice of pie, apple pie, costs $3 in Jamaica and $2.50 in the Bahamas?
Okay.
It's true. Those are the pie rates of the Caribbean.
Oh, no. I feel like I need to have a bad dad joke ready now. I don't have one just off the cuff ready for you. I like that one, the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll figure out some more before we're done.
There's always good. Why is a nose not 12 inches?
Tell me.
Because then it would be a foot.
Oh.
There you go. So I was able to quickly go to the Rolodex and pull one out. So
I like it. Quick thinking, man. Thinking on the fly. I had fun, man. I had fun talking to you today.
Yeah, me too. So everybody, you can obviously this book that we discussed today, The Top 7 Mistakes to Avoid When Choosing a Fitness and Nutrition Gym, a premium fitness and nutrition coaching gym, is available for you as an ebook at CrossFitEdwardsville.com, as well as several other ebooks for you available for free as downloads. So you can get all that. We already, at the beginning of this, we showed off some of our snazzy CrossFit Edwardsville gear that's available for you too there at the website. But if you want to connect with G-Skell or any of the trainers, any of the coaches, you can follow them on social media at CrossFit Edwardsville. You can also connect with me at Dallas Amsden. But always here to help you. Happy to help. G, these are always fun for me to do with you. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of the CrossFit Edwardsville, not only the community, but also the community podcast. Always appreciate that, man.
Love talking to you, my friend. Cheers.
Yeah. So everybody, that is it for us this round. Go out there, have a championship day.
Bye, everybody.